Hello everyone, it's a pleasure for me to introduce Dr. Karthik, our senior consultant nephrologist, who is going to talk to us about the treatment for patients with end-stage renal disease. I welcome you, sir.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Karthik. Today I am here to tell you and educate you about what are the options we have for end-stage renal disease patients, and mainly regarding the transplant, because many patients during my routine OPD practice have lots of questions regarding how we should proceed in a renal transplant and what to be done, what are the problems and all these things.
So we want to know the options of treatment for patients with end-stage renal disease.
So the question was like, what are the options do we have in the present day scenario for end stage, that is the stage 5 kidney disease patients. Based on your blood reports, based on your serum creatinine levels, he tend to calculate your filtration function of the kidney. If it is falling below 5, it is called end stage renal disease. And once you are labeled so, the first thing which you come to your mind is dialysis. As soon as we say dialysis, there are two options in it. Either if you are scared of blood, there is an option called peritoneal dialysis, where we tend to put a catheter into your abdomen and simple fluid exchange, that is we tend to put fluid into the abdomen and fluid out of the abdomen. Simple fluid exchange 2 to 3 times a day depending on the need will help in getting your solutes under control. That is also a kind of dialysis. The advantage here is you need not come to the hospital, you need not travel to the hospital, so travel expenses is avoided, but at home comfortably with your attender's help you can get it done at home itself. The second option, because many patients are not very comfortable doing things at home, they tend to come to the hospital, and at hospital we do something called hemodialysis, which is done by a machine. Hemodialysis is nothing but, in a simple term, let us call purification of the blood, which is not done by your kidneys and we are doing artificially by a machine. And it has to be done at least 3 times a week, and depending on the patient requirement 4 times a week or so on. So if you ask me what is the best treatment option available before going to dialysis, or even for a patient who is on hemodialysis or peritoneal dialysis, whatever modality they have chosen, the first answer would be transplant, the second answer would be transplant, and the third answer again would be transplant. So the transplant is the best treatment option left for any patient with end-stage renal disease.
What is renal transplant and what are the advantages it holds?
Yeah. What is renal transplant? Renal transplant is transplanting a whole organ, that is the kidney. You take it from your beloved ones or some other person who is unrelated to you. It is called live transplant if your own kith and kin is donating, that is your parents, your siblings, or unrelated transplant or a cadaver transplant where you take the organ, take one kidney from them and it is transplanted in your body at a separate place apart from the where the native kidney, that is your old kidney, will not be removed and the new kidney will be kept in your body. And it starts functioning as normal as previous.
Who are the people who can donate?
Okay, the next question comes when we want to do, now we have decided, okay, today we'll proceed for transplant. Then from where we should get this kidney? Who can donate? The first option legally, which is in our country in India, is the parents are the best persons because you share half of the genes from your parents. Second thing is your siblings, your brothers and sisters can donate. The sibling donation also is equally good. Third, the best donation will be spousal, husband to wife or wife to husband. Fourth, grandparents and grandchildren vice versa can donate. Fifth, any of the near relatives can donate with the permission from the government. The above, like parents, siblings, grandparents, spousal, need not get any special permission. Just you should prove your relationship identity with few documents. That is more than sufficient. If it is near relatives, apart from these people, you need to get a permission from the government and we can proceed for the transplant.
What problems a donor can face?
Next question immediately the patient asks is like, if I donate my kidney, what will happen to me? Can I work normally? Can I do my routine activities daily? Can I lift heavy weights? a normal person with with one kidney can live comfortably. One kidney is sufficient for a person to maintain his daily routine activities. After you donate, the donor will not have any hampering of his daily physical activity, or it will not affect his life. There are few conditions or certain time where the donor can develop blood pressure over a period of time and slight decrease in the kidney function. Otherwise, a donor is tend to be usually 90 to 95% of the times the donor is unlikely to have any kind of serious complications or long-term problems, and the donor unlikely to develop a complete kidney failure. One kidney is sufficient to sustain a routine normal physical life.
What precautions the recipient should take?
Recipient is a person who is accepting the kidney from a donor. Okay, once the transplant is done, the recipient will be given immunosuppressant drugs. What do you mean by that? These are the medicines which will decrease their immunity level, so that the new kidney which is received from other person will be protected invariably. These drugs, as they decrease the immune level, the patient or the recipient is prone to contact infections very easily. So we should not allow the person to meet in a greater gatherings or avoid contact with other sick people. That is the major concern which we have. Otherwise, the recipient himself can conduct his daily routine activities if he is in a professional job, or he can just conduct his routine and avoid routine activities and avoiding lifting any heavy weights. That's all. So nothing special precautions apart from these things.
In situations, what next if live donor is not available?
Yeah. So there are few times where we give an option and the patient is ready for a transplant, but unfortunately the family people is not ready to donate, or the family persons are ready to donate, but the donor has comorbidities like uncontrolled sugars, uncontrolled blood pressure, or some other medical problem. In such kind of donor, we don't retrieve the organ, that is, we don't take the organ. The donor should be fit to donate. So in such kind of scenario, there is a program called Jeevan Dhan, which is in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, and it has a certain name in every state as such. This is a government program where you register your name in any of the transplant hospitals which is available, and you get a turn and you get a call whenever there is a brain dead donor and they are willing to donate. And if your turn comes based on your seniority points when you have registered, so that even if you don't have live donation, you can get registered for Jeevan Dhan donation. This is called cadaver transplant. Cadaver means dead, brain dead donor transplant.
Is blood group compatibility important for a renal transplant?
Previously, like we had mandatory blood group compatibility, that is B positive person should donate to B positive or O positive to O positive, something like that. Similar blood group compatibility was a must previously. With the present day of medicine and the present day of drugs which we have, that is called immunosuppressant drugs, even we tend to do across the blood group. Across the blood group means the mismatched blood group. For example, the mother is A positive and the son who is receiving the kidney is B positive. Here there is no matching of the blood group, but still we proceed for transplant after checking his level of immunity against the blood group. And there is a special method of dialysis called plasmapheresis, where the immune system of the patient, the antibodies are removed with this, and transplant can be done successfully.
Can a patient undergo second transplant?
Even after first transplant, if the kidney goes into failure due to various reasons, the patient was not compliant, not taking medicines properly, or the patient had some problems and the transplant went into failure, this is called graft failure. This can happen in 20 to 30% of the transplant patients. and even after that we can comfortably go for second, third or fourth transplant depending on the risk benefit ratio. It is nothing that once it is transplanted, patient cannot undergo a second or a third transplant. There is nothing like that. Patient can be taken for subsequent transplants comfortably.
What complications a recipient can face?
Or rather than the second transplant, any transplant recipient, the major complications which they face is infections, because the drugs, medicines which you give decrease the immunity level of the body. Apart from that, because of the same medication effect, the patients can have development of diabetes which is new onset, or worsening of their hypertension, or progression of their cardiac disease. These are the main complications which we see. Otherwise, the infection makes the major complication. That is why we instruct the patient to be more hygienic, more cautious when they go out, and to take all infective measures precaution.
Is there any age limit for transplantation?
The age limit for transplant is next question when we talk about elderly people who come with kidney disease, or young patients, children, pediatric age group coming from kidney disease. So the minimum age in a child where we can transplant is according to the body weight. At least if the child attains 20 kgs of body weight, then we can start workup for a transplant. Coming to the elderly age group, as such, officially there is no age limit for transplant, because given the underlying medical comorbidities that the patient has, we tend to do up to 65 to 70 years, not beyond that, because the lifespan of the patient is as such limited, and they tend to have other problems apart from kidney disease like heart related condition. The patient can have a cancer or whatever. So upper limit is not significantly documented like this is the age limit, but we tend to limit the transplant in a elderly patient.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you everyone for your patient hearing, and we are also very happy and pleased to provide more topics on the awareness of kidney disease and its management. Thank you very much.